back to my channel. So this video I'm going to be showing you how to do another macrame project. I'm not really feeling too great this morning, so if I don't sound like myself in this intro, I'm so sorry. I'm not feeling very good, and I've already filmed this intro once, but when I did it, like it was dark outside and it just looked absolutely horrendous. So I've already made the piece, which is something I've never done before, in an intro. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what it's going to look like and everything that you're going to need for the piece. So here we go. As usual, you are going to need something to hang it on, and for this piece in particular, I chose a curtain rod. So this is what it's going to look like. Curtain rod. It's a 28 by 48 inch. I got it at Dollar General for $5. So go get you one. It's a really nice and dark one. I chose it just because it looked a little bit more decorative and it was already dark, so I wouldn't have to stain it. I'm sweating. I think I've got a fever. I made this for my cousin for her birthday, and so that's why I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more decorative. I've got flowers that she can put on it if she wants to, but I put a little S in here, as you can see, and I made it like little fringe out at the bottom because some of the pieces got real short. So that's what the piece is gonna look like, and that's how big it is, like compared to my head. So yeah, you're just going to need something to hang it on. You're going to need some scissors, as usual. Make sure you cut in the rope. If you want to hang it up on the wall, what I do is I put a little push pin in it. No shame, no shame. And I just take a piece of string, tie it to the rod, and hang it up on the push pin, and that's how I do my piece. And you're going to need some rope. I finally found some cotton rope at Hobby Lobby. This rope was $5.99, but it was 100% cotton rope, so it was going to unravel and do this little fringe that I absolutely love, and I think it totally made the piece. And all in all, if you go in there with a bunch of people, you can get a bunch of rope, you know, with your 40% off. So it comes down to the same amount price-wise as the rope at Walmart, but you get 135 feet in this rope compared to the 100 feet at Walmart. But this rope is just a little bit smaller. It doesn't have the exact dimensions of it, but it's a little bit smaller than the 7/32 inch, I think is how you say it, or the 3/16 inch rope that I usually use. So it's just a little bit smaller than that, but any rope kind of like around that range is going to work just fine. Get you what you can. Get you some yarn if you absolutely can't find any rope, and let's get to making this piece. All right, so you can see how I've hung this kind of up, you know, just kind of put it up there how you can. And what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting our rope. Now, I don't know exactly how many pieces I'm going to need. To begin cutting the rope, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from here to here, and that's one body's length. And then I'm going to take that and do one more. So that'll be 2 bodies length. Sorry, I know I'm like extremely overexposed right now, but it's the only way I can get any kind of lighting in here. Okay, so now what you do is you just kind of go from here and here, and you just trail on down, and you just keep cutting all your rope. Now that I've got a good bit of rope cut up, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to attach it to the rod. In case you don't already know, we're going to be using a lark's head knot. And it's super simple, one of the easiest ones that you'll ever do. I think I'm going to need more than this, but I'm just going to show you right now what I got to work with. Okay, so a lark's head knot is super simple. All you do is you take the end of the rope. So this is the end right here, which is already starting to fray out, which is kind of cool. And you travel all the way down, and you get your other end all the way down. And you got it right here, and you put them together. And you go down, and now you go to the end of that, and you've got a little loop. So you just kind of fold the rope in half pretty much. And once you've got your little loop, the loop-de-loop, you've got the loop on this side, and you're going to push it over here, down, and take the 2 right here and pull those through. So then you will have a little knot up there looking like that. And you're going to do that for all the ropes that you cut. Just attach them like that. So if you can see what I've done here, I've put 7 on this side and 7 on this side. And that was the 2... It is so bright. Okay, and that was the 2 bodies length ropes. And now what I've done is I've cut 10 of a body and a half. So instead of measuring arm to arm for the second one, I just kind of went at my chest. And so I'm going to do 5 over here and then 5 over here. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using the double half hitch. And it's pretty kind of on the intermediate side, but I've got a tutorial on it on my like how to macrame basics video. But if you don't want to click out and go to that one, I'll just show you how to do it real quick. These are going to connect right about here in a V pattern, and then these are going to connect a little bit lower in a V pattern, something like that. And okay, well, it's a little crooked on camera, but you'll understand once I get there. And then we're gonna go in and add a little bit of final touches to the bottom portion of it, but I think it's gonna come out really, really pretty. So let's get started. Okay, so you can see I've got 5 ropes here, and typically you wanna do even number amount up top because it comes out with like an even number down here at the bottom for square knots and that sort of thing. But for this knot, we're gonna be splitting this one in the center. And so you're gonna have this one working this way and this one working this way. And what we're gonna be doing is as we're going, we're gonna kind of be tugging it this way just so it turns in just the slightest to make that really pretty V. And so I'm just gonna show you to begin with. I'm gonna start with this left side here, is you're gonna have the knot here, or you're gonna have the rope here, and then the one under it. This is gonna be like our little traveling rope. And we're gonna take this one underneath it and fold it over and pull that through and pull it to the top, and it's gonna have like a little Cheerio. And then we're gonna do the same thing, and what I like to do is, you see I'm kind of, oh, no you don't see. I'm kind of like holding it with my thumb like this, and I press right here, and so you've made like a little loop over here. And you just take this rope, fold it over this rope, and through that loop once more, and pull it to the top. And you've made your first little stitch. And now you just take the one beside it and you're going to do the same exact thing. Do your first one and your second one. And just keep going like that. Till you're at the end. Okay, and now that you've completed this first side, we're gonna move on to this side, and we're gonna take it and do the same exact thing, except you're gonna go the opposite direction. So this rope's gonna be going this way. This rope's the traveling rope, this rope's underneath it, and you kind of like flip that one underneath it over and through this little loop area, and do it again. And it'll start looking something like that, and you just keep going with it. So for a square knot, what you're going to do is you got the 4 in the center right here, and you're going to take the one on the right and pin it up on the 2 in the center with your thumb like this. Take the one on the left, go over that rope, underneath the 2 in the center, and through that little loop you created. And I'm going to put it right in the center just so it adds a little bit of dimension. And now you take the rope on the left side, put it over the 2 in the center, take the rope on the right underneath, through, and you pull to the top. And now you've got a square knot in the center of these. And so now what we're going to do is the same way that we did these going down, we're going to go this way as well. I'm going to take the rope on this side and just start going again. And I'm just going to pick up the ones to the left of it. And you will see it start to form. And then once you get to the center of the piece, you stop working on that side. You split that knot in the center in half. You can see you've got 2 on this side, and then these 2 are going to be on the left side of this. And you do the same thing over here. You just start with that rope and keep it going. And this side I'm going to kind of try to pull up just a little bit on it to get that angle started. Now that it's going to look something like that, we're going to connect them in the center. You can either go over and over. You can either take right side and go over or left side and go over. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it this way, however it was laying. And you essentially do the same thing. So you tie another one of those half hitches to it. And now you're left with that right there. Now what we're going to do is, since you can see this is the traveling rope going down this way, we're going to keep traveling along these ropes. So this rope is now going to be the traveling rope for these ropes under here. So we're going to do the same exact thing, and it's going to connect with this piece up here. And you'll see what I mean as we keep going. just like that. And then now we're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to do the same thing on this side over here. Get those 4 in the center and do another square knot. Just like that. And then start working on those sides. And then once you've completed that one, it's time to just take that rope and keep continuing it how we did earlier. And you're going to repeat that until you get to a point where you kind of want to stop, honestly. Okay, so you can see I've gone ahead and I only did 3 on this side, and I've done 3 on this side. Oh, it looks so pretty from afar. I mean, it looks pretty up close too, don't get me wrong. But it does look pretty on camera. I really, really like how it's coming out. Okay, so now the plan is we've got to connect these somehow. And it looks like they're not quite ready to meet together. I don't want them to, you know, bunch up at the top like that. So what I'm thinking I might do, I think I'm gonna have to do one more row. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so you can see I've done just one. Well, I gotta finish this set off, but I've done this and this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect these two by connecting them down here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and connect these ropes together like that. So that is what it is going to look like in the center there. Let me make sure, let me get this straight head on and see what I can do. Okay, so this one's coming over a little bit further. There we go. That's kind of what oh my gosh, it is beautiful. Okay, now I could go in and add some more detail to this, but I think I'm going to leave it, and I really want this to fringe out. So if this doesn't, you know, fringe out as I go, I'm just going to kind of unravel it just a little bit and make all these fringe very, very beautifully. But for now, I think that is perfect. And so now essentially we're going to do the same exact things to all of these right here, but it's going to be a lot bigger, obviously, so it's going to have a lot more to it, and then it's going to come down and meet a little bit further down. So here we go. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've done this side, as you can see, and it's a little bit wider than this one right here. And I connected them right here. I don't know if I'm going to love it yet, but I do like it right now. I'll see if I want to change it later. But for now, I'm just going to repeat the same thing on this side. You can see the pattern that we've done, and I just kind of connected it by the same pattern that we connected it right here. All right, so this is what it's looking like right now, and I'm going to try something crazy. I'm going to try to do an S right here. If it can't be done, that's okay, but I'm going to give it a shot. So all we're going to do right here is I've just cut a couple strips off and folded them in half. And they're a lot shorter there. I mean, they're just a little over half a body's length. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach them with a lark's head knot to this little area right here. Just like that. And pull it to the top. And it'll start looking something like that on this edge. Alright, so now that we're at this step, what I'm going to do is I've just cut a piece of rope, and I'm going to attach it somewhere like in here. Something like that right there. And just do a little loop-de-loop and fit it on in there. And then I'm going to also kind of drag it like this right here and attach it about right here. Just like that right there. And so now we've got this little loop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some more ropes and attach them with a lark's head knot right around there. Okay, so now that we've gotten all this complete, you can see where I just kind of added that. It made it just look a little bit more swoopy right there, a little bit more complete, that sort of thing. And see this design that we've already done, just this one little diamond? I'm going to do one little diamond right here in the center just to kind of bring it all together, finish it off, and that sort of thing. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it, and if it doesn't look good, then obviously I'm going to take it out. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you can see now how I've kind of started to unravel these. Let me zoom in so you can see exactly what I mean. I've started to take each of these ropes and unravel them, and it's creating this really beautiful fringe, and I absolutely love the way that looks. So you're just going to go in and start unraveling all of these. Now, it takes a little bit of time. I'll show you one. This one's already started. I've just been kind of twisting them and pulling, and it takes a little bit, but after you get that going, you'll just trim the project up and you're good to go. All right, so once you're done, it should look something like this. Let me zoom in so you can see. I love it. All right, guys, so that is the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this piece. It was really simple. If you watched my really big macrame headboard piece, I kind of did this same concept as far as like the little V and connecting them went, even like this, and then with the little square knot in the center. I did that in that video, but they were a little bit smaller pieces, and so I just made an entire piece with it and decided to add that S, and I think the S was totally wonderful for the piece. I think it totally made it. You can do it with any letter. Just do that same rope over and over again. Create any letter that you want, or you can just leave that space blank. But I just decided to do it because I thought it was really pretty, and her last name starts with an S now, so I thought it worked perfect. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching it. I hope you have a great day, and God bless.